So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. All right. Almost afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for starting late. A bit behind time. I had a PA last time. Who was that? Who was here on my system last class? Okay. Not around. That's interesting. So did we practice everything we did last class? Did we practice? The yes is not confident. Did you practice last class? You did? You did? All right. For those online, hope we practice this last class. After last class. Hello? Can you guys hear me online?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. We practice.
So I asked, did you guys practice this?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Sorry, just give us a few minutes. They're trying to get extensions to everyone that's present here so that their laptops are charging properly.
I can't hear you, sir.
Yeah, I'm actually not saying anything currently. I said they're getting extensions to the students here that are present so that their laptops are on power. Once that is cleared, we'll begin fully. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Are we ready now? Are we set? The extensions are everywhere. All right. So, in last class, we did a bit of introduction into Excel. You are not with me. Are we together? Look this way. You're looking at your system. Thank you. Now, last class, we looked into what introduction to Excel, analytics, overview of Excel, ribbon. Then we talked about what working. We now did some things with working with cells, right? We did custom lists, did we? All right, good. Then we talked about formatting the cells and all of that. Now, there are a few things we needed to have done last class that wasn't possible because of I needed to be able to show you those things, okay? So we're going to first start with what Format Painter does. That's one of the things I wanted to show you last class that so many people do not know how to use or what its function is. All right, so can you see the screen clearly? Can you see this clearly?
Yes, sir.
If not really, you can come forward. You can come closer. The space is that side. All right, let's do our best. Now, we just want to do a bit of practice with the Format Painter, right? We say, if we type in, all right, so if you type in Excel and Microsoft, all right? Now I want to show what Format Painter does, okay? Now, normally, if you just copy and paste, you're simply doing what? You copy, then you do what? You paste, and it takes you the whole value, right? But now, Format Painter is quite different, okay? So let's edit this particular cell, and we make it bold, okay? We give it a background color. Let's go darker, and then make the font white. Are we together? Are we together? You're saying no. I've not done anything yet, though. What I simply did here is I've edited this, formatted it. So giving it what? Background color, change the font color to white, giving the background the color, made it bold, and increase the size. Are we together? Now, Format Painter simply does this. You select the cell, okay? You click on Format Painter, and then you click on where you want it to affect. Do you see what happens? Do you see what happens? You people are looking like it was abracadabra. Did you see what happens? Let
Please,
me undo.
can you repeat the format
Yeah,
this thing that you just mentioned now?
Yeah, so
How you clicked it?
all right, so this has been edited, right? This Excel. Are you following me? Good. This has been edited. Good. So you select it, go here. Can you see where my cursor is? Format Painter. Click on it. Then you're already in that. You can see the icon of a brush. Are we together? So you don't just click wherever you click is where you want that effect to take place. So make sure you take it to that place and you just click on it. And it takes the effect of what you have. Did we now understand that? So I want you to do it because the magic people are saying, you need to do it yourself to be able to. Those online, did you get what I did? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it my network? So do you guys got what I did?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the aim of the class is to make sure that whatever I do, you do it as well. So please, let's make sure we do this particular thing. And
Well, some people didn't get it.
Who didn't get it, please? Oh, I'm seeing chat.
Just say
Okay,
no
no,
on
this
the
is-
group.
Yes, I got it. No, star. Nandi, do you mean you didn't get? Okay, I believe that is based on that. Okay, so
I actually cannot type words on my Excel. I don't know why.
try to restart it. Try closing and opening it again. May just be an issue. All right, so for those who didn't get it, first thing that we have two different texts and make sure that they were different write-ups. You know that you can copy this whole thing and paste here, good. But now I want to be able to copy format. So that means I've edited this to look a certain way, which is what I did here. I made it bold, gave it background color, then I also increased the size. Okay. So if you look here, this is what size 11 is not bold, there's no background color, there's nothing to it. But now when I click on this and go to the format painter and click here to paste it, you see this has also changed to what? To the size 18 as well as this, because all the formats have been copied into this particular cell. Yes. What do you hear? The link to the Zoom meeting. I don't have access to the group, but let me find out. Hello? Did you guys get it now?
Yes, sir, we got it.
Okay, cool, perfect. Have you all done it? Why? What's the hold up? What did you edit? Was it just the background color you changed?
I'm able to experience the background color change and the font.
Okay. And so that's everything you needed to edit, I believe. It depends on everything you wanted, everything you edited initially. Let me see what you. I'm sorry, give me a second. Yeah. You don't have a write up. You don't have a write up there. See, it did everything for you. So it copied the merge, it did all of that, but you don't have a write up. If you had a write up now, you can test the test. There's no write up there. All right. Yes. You are all lost. And you're in front of me. Yes? What's lost? What have you formatted? Format something. Format something. You formatted this now. Yeah. Just click on it. Click on the format center. That's this brush. And click on this Excel. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Sorry. The link to the Zoom class. To the group. Yes. Okay. Any other person with an issue? Is it working fine for everyone? Who said no? Is it fine for everyone? Is it fine for everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Okay, for those online, say it's fine. Those in class said it's fine. So let's
No,
move.
sir.
Yeah, I'm hearing no. What happened? What's the issue you have?
Sir, I just joined the class now, so I'm not getting it.
Oh, you just joined.
Yes.
Okay, so basically what we did here is this. We worked on format painter. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So what we want to do now is we want to make sure that the way we've edited this Excel is how it will appear on this Microsoft. Not that we want to copy the Excel. We simply want to just copy the format. Right? That is the font size, this is bold, the color, the background color, and the font color. All of those things I want to copy. Now you don't use normal copy and paste for that. You use the format painter up here. So first you click on the cell in which you want to copy its format. Click on the format painter, then click on where you want it to appear, and then you see it takes effect. It copies the format. It didn't change the word in it. It simply edited what was here to look exactly like this. Did you get that?
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, so we're moving to conditional formatting, which is where we're supposed to start. That's the last topic for last class, conditional formatting. That was last week, our last class. What we need to do now, what we're going to do is, are we together? You guys are talking. Some of you are distracted and you're going to ask me questions. Are we together? Are we together? Is it the heat? All right. Now, I'm hearing murmurings, please. Okay. We want to format this. Sorry. Now, we want to format the salary under certain conditions. We want to see what it looks like. Want to highlight certain things, certain differences. So we say maybe those above, those below 400,000 will have a certain color so we can identify them. All right, then those below a certain amount also have a certain color. So first we highlight salary. Can we all do that together? I want us to do this together. Highlight salary like this. Have we done that? Those online, have we done that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, at the top, you see conditional formatting. Let's not talk too much, please. At the top, you see conditional formatting. Let's follow. Click on the arrow. All right. The first one you see was highlight cell rules. Okay. Are we here? Right. Good. Now, once you look at less than, so we click on what? Less than. Okay. Okay. Please, I need you guys to be responding so that I know that you're with me, both online and
Yes.
offline. Good. So we click on less than, and then we have this pop-up. I want us to be able to follow each other. Are we together?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Me highlighting, I cannot highlight here because
Why?
it's changing the value. All right. Okay, I've highlighted now. Okay, I just highlighted.
Okay. Have you gotten to where we are now?
Yeah, I just highlighted now. So what's the next step?
Yes, so when you highlight, you go to conditional format. Let me end this. So if you have highlighted, click on conditional formatting here. Then go to highlight rules, and then click on less than.
Conditional formatting,
Yes.
then highlight to rules,
Cell rules, yes. Then
less than.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So So depending on the amount you have, right? So look at an average amount. For me now, mine is, I'll start with, want to break it into 3 categories. So mine, I'm breaking it down to less than 400, less than 800, and then the rest will just be plain. So break it down into those 3 categories. So I will have first, less than 400,000. All right, you choose, but let's just look at what we're doing. Just look at me, right? You first, the figure less than, what you're doing here is you want to give them a certain color or an identification, you understand, based on a condition. So we've chosen less than. So the figure we put in here, we are saying anything in salary, please, you are murmuring, anything in salary that is less than 400,000, right? Give it this color. You can see that it automatically has highlighted it for me. Okay, but now where do you choose the color or whatever you want to it to edit the cell with? It's here. You have different options. You have light red filled with dark red text. You have yellow. You click on yellow, you see how it changes. Are you with me? Then you have green. You have all of this. Then you also have the choice to give it the formatting of your choice. That's why you have custom format just below. Online, are you with me too? You have custom format just below. Okay? You have a choice to click on custom format and edit it as you like. Now, the beauty of custom format, you see how it's broken down. You have number. That is, if you want to change the data type of the cell. Okay? Now, font is what you are dealing with, the font type. You want it to be bold. You can see whatever you edit, you see what it will look like here. Do you want it bold with italic? What is bold? You want it italic, you want it regular. Then if you are bold with italic, then you now have a choice of also color. If you want the font itself to be colored. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
I'm hearing
Yes, sir.
one small no there. Why are we not together?
We are together, sir. We
I
are
didn't hear
together, sir.
anything. You said?
I said we are together, sir.
You're just growing up. You're not following up. All right, so in order for everyone to follow, now I said here is where you pick the color you want or whatever formatting you want on that cell. All right, based on the condition of what? Less than 400,000. Are we together? Are we together? Please listen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, you can either choose this already existing format or you customize one for yourself. All right. Now, when you want to customize, you have 4 categories. You have the number, that is the data type. You have the font, if you want to design the font. Right, this is where you can color it, make it bold or italic format, increase the size. But if you notice here, it's not even giving you the ability to change the font because this is numeric. This is a numeric value, and this is a numeric value. So you are only able to do what? Make it bold. All right, bold or italic. So for example, now I choose bold, italic. Are we together? If I want to underline, I can choose to underline it, but I don't. Now I can also do what? Change the color of the font. All right, so the font color. But they're telling me, I asked them if they can hear me, they say yes.
No, I could also hear you, but it's not audible.
Not very audible. Because the stress of last time, I couldn't hear them. Because of the speaker, I couldn't hear them very well.
Okay.
Not very, very well. Take away my headset. I have my headset. My headset is louder. Okay. Now give me a second. Let me get my. Okay. 1 1. That's 1 1 2 1 2. Okay, so I think this is good.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, this is better. Okay. Yeah, that's way better. All right. Sorry, those online, I heard you guys were not hearing me very clearly. Is this clearer?
Yes, it's clear now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. I was just told that it wasn't clear for you guys. Okay, so back up. Are we together? Let's continue. Sorry for the break. Now, if you want to, murmurings, are we together? All right, so I said here I wanted to do what? I chose to change the font color. I made it what? Bold italic. My choice, right? You can make whatever choice you want. Then for the borders, that's the cell borders, right? If you want to edit it as well, all these are your choices based on whatever you want. You can, this is to outline them, and then I can make the borders a certain color. But I really don't care about the borders color right now. So I'm fine. Then this is now for what? The background color of the cell, the fill. So under the fill is where you work with what? You work on the background color. Border is where you work with what? The edge. That's the edge of each cell. Do you want it thicker? Do you want it in broken lines? Then font is where you work on what? The font type, the font style. Right now, this is numeric, so there's no font type. All right. So it's more or less what the being bold, italic, regular, or bold and italic. And then you can also do what? Change the color. Okay. Now, if I with what I have, I'm okay with it. If I say, okay, I want to also change the background, I'm actually doing a terrible mixture. Let me go back here and do maybe a gray. All right. So if I say, okay, that's the condition. Can you see what I chose? Can we see it? All right, good. Then all I have to do is I say, okay. And this is what it is. Are we together? Are we together? Are we sure you're with me? So can we all do this? Okay. Can we all do this? Those online, can we do this? Now, I did this for what? 400,000 and below. Okay? Depending on what I want, I can do the same. I highlight again, come here, and let's assume, so that we touch another thing, let's say greater than 400,000. Okay? So leaving what 400,000 as what's the benchmark. Are we together? Are we together? Yes, no. Which one? Where are you? Where did we leave you? Behind. Where behind? You said less than what? What's the maximum value there? 500,000. And you said 300,000. And everything is highlighted. Okay. Let me see that. Who else has issues? Sorry? And yes. No, don't worry. I'm just going to look. What a choice of formatting color. Let's go. Show me. Yeah. No, go to manage rules. Last one. Last one. Last. Click on edit rule. And 300,000. Okay, let's do this. Go back. So I won't do too much. The one you did before. Okay. So we said less than. You know, I re-entered mine, right? Then I think it's working now, right? So that's what you do sometimes by default. It picks the first thing here and puts it here. Just clear it out and just do your own. If you notice, please take notes. I didn't put commas myself. That causes a lot of trouble. It just searches for whatever fits into that condition. You get, so this is a better choice. All right, any other person issues? Those online, do you have any issues? And what happened to it? You selected, you highlighted this. You click on it. Then you click on it. That's all. All right. Are we clear? Are we good? I don't already pass finish. Yes. Yes, that was I mentioned. Because it's numbers, right? Well, not just that. They didn't give us the give us option to change font type and size. We only have the option of font style, color, and if you want to underline it, that's where this is. Font thick lines and broken lines. For everything you're doing and editing, this is what to look like. That's all. So if that's fine with you, you can click on OK. Yeah, you see? So it has taken effect in what matters. Yeah, so do you have an issue? Oh, Are you good? All right. Those online, I can't hear anything. Are you guys good?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. That's perfect. No, I think just so look through what you have and then just decide which one. Let's say benchmark. Let's do 560, 60, 007. 7. Did you put a comma before? Error. No, I said last time. So are you good? Who else? Everyone good? Is everyone good? Please, people should smile back at
Yes,
me.
sir.
This
We
one is hot
good. We
enough.
good.
And then respond to me, please, so that we can move forward. I'm not Tinubu. I'm not the reason for hardship.
Sir,
All right.
we are
Yes,
good, sir.
can
We
you
are
hear
good,
me?
sir.
Perfect, guys online. Thank you. I was complaining to those here. They look like they want to beat me after this. All right. Now, we've done for one. We've done for one condition, right? Good. Now, when we look at it, let's add another condition to it. Remember, take note, I've highlighted this. Now, some of you had errors. Please, let's take notes. Please, let's take note. Pause. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma. I'm waiting for you. All right, please, now, look at me. Some people had this error in which they decided to do something like this, then put in the comma themselves, and then do this. Sorry. And then do this. Okay, and they were having issues. Now, I will always tell you, the way the system sees these things, right, is simply seeing this 500,000, it's just seeing it as 500123. This is how it's seeing it. Okay? So when you're sending a message to it, it is the system's choice. When you click on enter to change the format, can you see that by default, this is what it looks like? Are we together? By default, do you see any comma? It's on general. When I come here, either I come here and choose a type here, or can you see this here? Can you see this comma? If I click on this comma, it will just implement the comma and change it to accounting. Do we understand? Some people had errors because they put in commas themselves for it to look for what had the comma. Do you understand? That it was no longer looking for 500,000. It was looking for things that also had that comma as a condition. Are we together? All right. Online, do you understand? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Yes,
So
sir.
I
We
want us
understand,
to,
sir.
okay, perfect. So I want us to add another condition to it. But this time, instead of less than, let's do greater than.
Yes, sir.
All right, so if we do greater than, and I say greater than, in this my own case, okay? So I have this condition for my greater than. I want all of us to get to this point. So in this salary cell, we've divided the employees into two different categories, right? Those earning less than 400 and those earning from 400 upwards. So if we're doing any form of analysis or trying to identify them, we can easily just see it when you look at the data sets. Do you understand? Hello? Do you understand? Okay. Now there's another vivid example in which this thing works. You've not learned those functions, but there's a company where you deal with goods that expire. So let's say you work in a supermarket and you have the expiring dates. Okay. So you now have a cell that calculates the expiring date with the current date, subtracting it. Are we together? So those who the goods that get the expiring date will have red formatting. So whenever you look at the data set and you see red, if that thing is still in stock, they're what expired and should be what thrown away. Do you guys get that? You guys lost? Okay, cool. So that's like a vivid example of how these things work. Okay, it helps you to easily identify these things on your data set, and so you can differentiate the different categories and people on it. So that's conditional formatting that we've looked at, and we've looked at what format painter, conditional formatting, and now we want to move on. But are we good? Are we good? Good. Now, because of the class, and it's majorly 4 classes, okay, we can't go into every single area. Are we together? But if you notice in your conditional formatting, sorry, you have different types, okay? Hello? Do you understand? Good. Now you have this data bar. Data bar is quite easy. There's nothing complex about it. When you highlight this and you say, and you go to your data bar, whatever you choose is simply what is showing you the maximum in relation to the rest. So from here, all right. All right now, so in this case now, if I use data bar, do you see what it's showing me? Do you see what it's showing me? Are we together? Are we lost? So data bar is still under conditional formatting. So you come here after you've highlighted. Okay, don't be lost, don't be lost, don't be lost online. All right, so you highlight everything, right? Okay, you go to conditional formatting. Like I said, all these things follow a certain rules, but it's the same format. The easier ones are data bars because they're not doing any condition. Okay, when you select the type of design you want, these are solid fields, this is a gradient fill. If you choose solid fill, whatever you select, it simply shows you the cell based on everything, the cell that has the maximum, which is 1 million. Okay, then it now shows you in relation. So from here, you can tell that this is the highest paid, followed by this person, then followed by this person. Okay, after this person is who? This guy. Do you understand? These things follow different things. It depends on what the company wants to see, what your boss wants to see. This is not going to necessarily sit on your general data. All right? This will sit on your report. Are we together? Are you guys with me? Good. So this is something that will sit on reports. They tell you they want to see based on the salary, but want to be able to tell. There's so many ways you can make this possible, but this is one of the ways. So that your employer doesn't have time to begin to look at details. Once he sees the data set, he can tell, okay, this is the highest. Let's look at this. Why is this guy paid highest? Oh, he's in the data analytics department. Maybe that's why. And so many other things. Are we good? Are we good? So what's important is as you get home, because we don't have that much time, you make sure that you are able to test all of these things and you can come with your questions next class. Are we good? You can come with your questions next class on whatever you do with these other parts. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes, sir, we are.
Thank God I ate this morning, no? People would have killed me. All right, so we are good on conditional formatting. Next class is when I want us to move into functions. But now let's look at turning this into a table and why that is good. All right. So let's highlight. We don't need to highlight from here. That will cause trouble. Highlight from SN down to this point. Please take note. I did not highlight employee details. Have we all done that? Have we all done that? Those online, have we done that? Hello? Those online, have we done that?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Now, we want to convert this into a table. And I know the question I always get is it not already a table? Right? Who is thinking that way? Raise it. Wave to the Lord. If you think that way, that isn't it already a table? People are not saying the real thing in your mind. Isn't it already a table? It's a table, Abby.
It's a
So why are we not converting it to a table? If it's already a table. I know that there are people here that know the answer. So why are we converting it to a table if it's already a table? Is it what? It's a cell, not a table. All right, so to convert that, we look at what? Let's go to insert. Can everybody click on insert? Are we at insert?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Now, in insert, at your extreme left, you see what? Pivot table, recommended pivot tables, and what?
table.
You guys are not following me. You have what? Pivot tables, recommended pivot tables, and what? Tables.
And table.
Good.
Table.
Yes. Now click on
And tables.
Thank you. Click on tables. You have this pop-up. Good. Let's pause. All right. Now, in your table creation, you see you highlighted what it shows you what you highlighted. Okay. No, good. Now, there's something else that's there that you tick on. You said what? My table has headers. Does your table have headers? Good. Let's take note of that. Okay? Because if you say no, it is going to create an extra space for headers. And then your headers that you already have will now just be data. Are we together? So for it to take it as that, it is when you tell it that your table has headers, it's going to take the first row as what? Your headers. Are we good? All right.
Yes, sir.
So leave it ticked and then you click on what? Okay. Are we all here now? I need us all to be here. Was that easy? See, life is very easy.
Yes, sir.
Some people are disagreeing that life is very easy. Okay, so we have this table, right? Now, if you click anywhere on the table, you see up here, you see design. Are we together? Are we
Yes.
together? So click anywhere on the table now, you see what? Design. In design, can you see your extreme left? You see table 1. In table name, you see table 1. Do we see that? Now let's change that to employee details. Those online, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So change it to employee details and we click on enter. Take note, space should not exist. It won't allow that. So if you do employee space details, try it. Your system crashes, it's not my fault. But it won't crash, don't mind me. All right, so but if you give the space, it won't allow that to happen because there can't be space. If you notice, I did what? I put an underscore. Which part? So if you just click anywhere on the table, this design at this top appears. Yeah. So have we done that? Have we changed it to employee details? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Online, everyone? I have 48 people and I've been hearing only 5 people's voices.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
perfect.
sir.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So obviously from here you can see that you can edit the style of your table. Are we together? Are we together? No,
Yes,
we're
sir.
not though.
No,
Some
no,
of
Yes,
you
sir.
sir.
that with me are not much. Yes, online
Please,
people
sir,
are with
how
me.
is the color changed?
I didn't hear you, sir.
Please, how is the color changed?
Yeah. So that's why I said this design. You can design your in this area. Do you see what I'm doing? I've not
Yes, sir.
selected it. Yeah, I can still come out still the same. But here you can choose the design you want, the design format, how you want it to appear, and all those things. Your choice. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
I
yep.
have only pivot table and recommended pivot table in mine. In my,
There's nothing like table.
no.
There has to be table.
Oh yeah, I see a table here.
Yeah, that's table. Yeah, that's what you select. If you've highlighted.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're
Yes, sir.
welcome. No problem. All right. So are we all together now? My name. Border. When you want to do what? Print. From Excel. So basically, this is a border. You understand? Yeah. So because like now this is where you edit. Yeah, border design here. So this is just border. All right. So this is a full table. So the key thing here, are we together? Is when you click on this table, right? And you see design. Okay. Now this table is a full identity in the database. Now now Excel recognizes you have a table. Before you just had a design that was edited on a sheet. Are we together? That's all you had before. But now you have an actual table. You will notice in certain things we want to do. Let me see. Now you won't see it here. We'll see it in front. Don't worry. From next class, we'll see it. But when we do certain functions, right, you will see how it will reference things in this area and it will show you that it's a table. It's not just cell 6-9. Do you get? But you see that as we do some functions later on. But that's the reason for that. That's one. You want to say something? You have a problem? Okay, I'm coming. So the other thing too is at the top, at this salary, for example, let's say we had the formula there. When I'm done with the formula, if it wasn't a table yet, I'll have to drag it down for it to reference on the other cells. Are we together? But when I'm using table, once I'm done with the formula and I click enter, it automatically flows into the rest. Do you understand? You will see it in action next class. I'm setting up this for next class. That's terrible. All right. So are we good? You said you had an issue? Okay. Give me a second. Thank you. What's up? And you highlighted the top. I said no. I said don't highlight the top. Yeah. I said highlight from here. So you read that as a table and then it cancels your mention. Are you good now? Okay. My name. Somebody. Who called? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. So you saw the solution too. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. This is not just a design. Yeah, labor. All right, so let's move forward. Now, everybody should have that arrow at the top here. This like a drop down, right? That's where we practice what we call sort and filter. Are we together? This just here. Good. Is where we now practice what you sort, your sort and filter. Are we together, please? So here you can do what? You sort alphabetically. You can arrange it what in alphabetical order from A to Z. It helps you run all of these things easily. Okay? You can also do what? Filter your text. That is, you want to see certain ones, you don't want to see the others. Do you understand? Hello? Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We understand. We're following, sir.
Okay, cool, perfect. So in this case now we say what? Let's arrange. Let's all sort it in alphabetical order. The names. All right. We click on A to Z. It will rearrange it, and you notice that what even the data rearranges. Right? Easy way. Okay. So let's imagine that we've been told to send the employees' details in alphabetical order. All right. But in the existing data set, it's not in alphabetical order. Everything we've learned has made things easy for us, right? So we come here. This was what from 1 to 10. Okay. If we delete it, remember how we added it last class? How did we do that? I want everybody to do it. Remember, you do what this tick part here. All you have to do what is double click. This time it what it copies cell. I click on what fill series or the different methods. Remember, those online, can you see me? In case those that were not in class last time. So if you take your cursor to this very edge, you hold on the control key, you click, and then you pull down. It automatically what? Number from 1
Sir,
to 10.
please go back on how you get everything deleted.
Oh no, that's just you highlight everything here and click on delete.
Sir.
That's all. Did you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just highlight the whole thing.
I get you.
Yeah, and delete. Good. Then when you put in 1 here, take your cursor to this very edge where this side is thick. All right. I want to do this. A lot bigger. I hope this helps. All right. So then we do control. You hold on to control key. And then you drag down and you have it 10. Okay. Are we together? Wow. I've gone through like 4 methods, or at least 2 methods, and we're lost. Where are you lost? Were you in last class? We did that number in last class. Do you remember? Did you have a chance to practice? So what's the confusion? The dragging of this? It's not working. It's copying. And when you get to the very end, just do this and click on fill series. You have this. See this. Don't you have this? And so you click on it. You saw what? And you started from 10 then.
Because when I arrange it alphabetically, numbers.
Yeah, so I first deleted everything. I deleted it first, then you now come back and you do this. So you can control and all of that. That's it. Are we good? All right.
Yes, sir.
Online, are we good?
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing 58 chats. Is it
Yes,
for
sir.
me?
Yes, sir.
Are you chatting with me? Someone said no, sir. Favor. What's the issue? Favor, Nandi. What's the issue? I'm saying no, sir. No, sir. Just highlight, to delete the numbers, just highlight them. What I did was highlight them and click on delete, the delete key on your keyboard, and then start the whole process again. Do you understand, Nandi? Okay, so favor, the alphabetical order is simply, have you successfully done your table this way? Okay, good. So all you need to do is just click on this drop down here. The first thing you see is sort A to Z, but you have to be clicking on the drop down on name. Sort A to Z. Once you click on sort A to Z, it sorts it alphabetically. Do you understand, Favor? Okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry, you said you had an issue? What's the issue? Mm.
Which it is. Then I want to do same thing.
Because it's not possible.
Then I have
You
to.
can't have the two sorted because you have to think about it. If you arrange alphabetically, it's already the whole data. You understand? It's not just arranging that row. So when you sort here, you get it's moving every criteria with that particular person. They're not standing on their own. Assuming they were standing on their own, you could do that sort of thing. All right. Okay. So let us move. So we've been able to sort. Okay. We've been able to sort, I believe. Wow. This crowd is not a very nice crowd. We've been able to sort, Abi. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let's do filtering.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, online. So, if we filter, let's go to salary to filter. Are we together? Let's go to salary to filter. So, click on the drop down the salary. Now, typically, are you with me? So people are talking, please. Now, typically, you can actually just come here and remove what you don't want here. Okay? And you will not see it again. You will not see it appear in the data set. Okay? But that's not really what we want to do. With numbers, most likely you have certain conditions like we had. Now, remember we did conditional formatting. In my own case was what? Less than 400,000. Right? And then what? Above 400 and above. Okay? So then let's use that same condition for filter. So let's say we'll be doing less than. So we say less than. Let's go back. So maybe this is where I went to. So I said we're under salary. Are we together? Click on the drop down. Go to number filter here. Okay? It shows you at this side. I chose what? Less than. Okay? Okay? Good. So we click on the less than. You have this pop-up. Salary is less than. So what's the condition for what do we want? Less than what? Our criteria right from time was what? 400,000. You know what made them pay anybody? 4,000. All right, so 400,000, right? Right. Good. And then we click on what? Okay. As simple as that. And what has happened? Everything has what? Everything has what? Online, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So everything has gone. And that's how you filter. Filter is to make sure that everything does what goes. All right. So because at the end of the day, you can just click here, and then what happens? You can do what? Can you see here? Clear filter from salary. Are we together? Don't say it now. How do you remove it, sir? You do what? Can you see it here? Clear filter from. You have your data set back. So it's not gone. It's just temporary, not seen. Are we together? Good.
Excuse me, sir. Hello?
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah? Hello?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. What did you say?
So the last one you just did, that clear filter from salary,
Yeah.
can we use the short from like Control Z to bring it back?
Yeah, automatically Control Z stops, cancels everything you've done. So yes, you can. So if I do it again, let me do it again so that you see, and I say 400, okay, it does that. I just did Control Z, and it came back.
All right.
Yeah, so well done. Now, there's a question you said, please let's listen. You said? How do you get it back?
So you say you come back by you. If you want to get it back, you press Control Z. Go.
You can press Control Z, and you can also come up here back to where you did the filter, and you see clear filter from salary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
sorry. So someone is asking a question, and you said when you did. Hello, everyone. Are we together? Thank you. Now you said
Yes, sir.
if
Yes,
we do the filter, it clears everything. So it's not necessarily clearing; it's simply hiding. Huh? Yes, that's the hiding. The fact that you can easily get it back that's why I said it's hiding. Hmm? Okay, let me see. Show me what you did. Show me what you did. Okay.
What we did,
Mm.
everything has height, but your own after you click some certain.
Yeah, because my conditions does not need to wipe everything. Now, so now your condition, no, it doesn't matter about clearing and not clearing. What you need to do. Now we're just practicing, right? But in reality, you were told to do something. Do you understand? So your boss told you that, okay, I want to know those in this company that are earning less than 600K. I want to have their data. All right. So you have the main data sheet. You can duplicate it. Duplicate it somewhere else, and then just come here. Go to your number filter. Set those words less than 600. Then you come here and you pick what 600, and you say okay. I am. Oh, okay. No. See yours. You had, you have, you have some cells merged together. What was that? What's happening? There's something wrong. Mm. Mm. It's not even just based on clearing. Okay. It's not showing the restart your so save and restart. Let's see. It's an error. Yes. How did the magic happen? I'm coming. Let me verify it first. That yes. Why is it this? Yeah, the second person this juju is happening. One it is fine. Click on it. Let's just see it. No, it's always there. Restart and let me see. Like save, restart the system. Yes, yes. You're using the VPS. Okay. So what's the question, please?
Never mind. Everything back.
Hmm?
Can I bring it back?
How do you bring it back?
Yep. It's hiding, right? It's hiding. So.
So this one now,
Oh.
the VPS is clear. No, not the system. Just yeah, close the Excel and open it again. Yeah. Have you done that? I was coming back and hoping that we're going to not the. I just start your laptop. Just the Excel. All right. Any other person with issues? Is the filter hiding what it needs to hide? All right. Okay. Some people with issues. I'm coming. Yeah. Ah. Is everything hiding that is happening? Okay. Try restarting a system. Sorry, not a system, DXO. And let's see. So some people have issues with the fact that it's clearing everything. Is it still here? What did that year happen? You have the same issue. It's clearing everything. So is my system the magic system? Say yes. How is yours going? Everything. So let's try something else. If you click here, are we together? Those are hiding everything. If you click here, instead of everything, can you select some figures and let's see if it hides those figures? Did you see what I did? So I said, come here in this filter as well. You know, you have the choice of selecting what you don't want to see. Good. This one is just to make it easier if you have a bunch of numbers based on the condition. All right. So sometimes it may even be some people. You get maybe departments now. You want to remove IT. You can just come and remove IT from here. So let's do this and see if it makes the changes or hides everything. What happens for you guys? I would like to know. I'm having messages. Okay. Which one are you talking about? This one I just did. No, this one I just did. You are eliminating a particular field. So if you say, like right now, I've removed those who have 150K, those who have 400. Do you understand? So only thing I will be showing are the ones that are ticked here. So I want you to pick about 4 and see if it hides them, or if it hides everything. It's hiding some. Those who's hiding everything for them, is it hiding some now? We'll see if we can get through on why that is happening. You might also even need to restart your full system at some point. But let's move on. But we'll look into that maybe towards the end. All right. So are we good on the filter and sorting? Hello? Are we? Good. So the key thing is you just keep practicing, making sure that it's something
Yes,
that
sir.
you
We're
don't need
good.
to
We're good.
ask questions. Okay, good. You don't need to ask questions before you know what you are doing. They tell you we need this kind of data. You look at what can you do to get that result, and then you make use of everything you've learned. Are we good? That's fine. So we've done sort and filter. Now let us look into one of our favorite brothers, known as cell referencing. All right, so we're looking at relative cell referencing and absolute cell referencing. Now, to do this, we're going to just be doing Did you see what happened? I want a new cell increment.
Come again, sir, please.
Actually, increments. All right, so I want a new cell. All you need to do is, sorry. So all you need to do is do what? Just all right. Salary increment. You type it in. You click enter, and it's what automatically is added to the table. Huh? Yeah, salary increment, salary space increment. Have we done that? Now, you notice that, are we together? We notice that we now have cell E1 empty, right? Right. Good. So like this employee detail to expand towards E1. Are we together? E1 up here. Can you see this? It's empty. So this thing needs to expand to this point. You get, that's what we want to do now. But has everybody done this? Online, has everyone gotten this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. I want everybody to get this. Salary increment, have you? Salary increment, do you have it? Salary increment, have you done that? Okay. Yeah, and last class now, I told you. So, all right, so in case for those who may still have this issue, for example, now, you've typed in salary increment and it looks like this. Please look up, okay? All you need to do is take your cursor to this edge. Once it has this black cross, you do what? Double click.
Oh.
So you close this. So you have the choice of dragging, but now in a case where you have a large data set, what double click does for you is it will expand to the width of the longest value in that column. So your header may not even be your longest value. The one you are looking at and it makes you want to expand, it may not be the longest value. The longest value may be in row 1050, and you're not seeing it immediately. So it will expand based on what is in that column. Do you understand? So that's why the double clicking is better, your better choice than you just dragging. Are we together? All right, so now, do we all have this salary increment? Good. Now, I was saying that we have this empty space, but we need our employee details to expand to that point. What do? We highlight employee details and that empty space. Can we do that? So highlight from the employee details to E1. Are we all here? So that the next thing I do doesn't look like magic. Online, are we all here?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, all we have to do is go up to merge and center. I didn't hear you. It's not coming where? It's not completely highlighted. I thought we highlight everything. It is. You know, this is a merge cell, so it's like single. You're not doing so the merge cell. All right. So I believe we all have this online. Do we all have this? So the next thing we're doing is, are we together, please? So the next thing we're doing is what? Merge and center. You click on it once, it scatters everything. Are we together? Click on it once, it scatters it. Then click on it the second time, you're back. And now it has added what? The E. Do we all have this now? Let's make sure we have it, everyone, please, as we move.
So I mean, my salary increment is not added to the table.
Why? Did you do it beside the table? Hello? You said your salary increment
Yes, I did it.
Table.
Yeah, I did it beside the table.
If you type salary increment beside the table, the next cell should be your E cell, your E2. When you click on enter, it should just automatically add it to your table.
I don't know why it's not added though.
Well, this is actually.
Hello, sir. Please, I have a question, sir.
I'm listening to you. Hello? I'm listening.
Hello, sir.
I think yeah. I'm listening to your question.
Yeah, the last class we had.
Sorry, Mr. Kachuku. Good afternoon, everyone. If you will ask me, my name is Amadi. For those of us joining through Zoom, I've been listening. It will really make the class more focused if you take a note beside and put your questions down, so that at a point, the facilitator can have time to respond to them. It's really quite difficult carrying along both physical and people joining through Zoom. I've been listening to see how a lot of guys on Zoom are interjecting. Why not just follow through, pick a pen, and put your papers down. The facilitator will definitely have a Q&A session to address them. I just wanted to ship that in. It's so that we can achieve more.
So we have to ask questions so we can follow along. If not, we won't be able to follow along if we're not asking on time.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Can you all hear me? Or is there an issue?
Yes, sir, we can
Yes,
hear
sir, we
you.
can hear you.
Okay. All right. Someone had a question. What was that question?
I'm the one, sir.
Yeah, what was your question?
The last question, the last class we had, I missed where you wrote employee details. How you ended up having it.
Imagine it.
So I'm following with the rest of it right now. I can snap my table and send it to you. So I don't even know how I'll be able to create that employee details at the top of my column, but other details are available on my table.
So I think there's a video from
Is
last.
there a way I can achieve them?
There should be a recording from last class. If you can access the recording, you'll be able to do what you just asked.
All right, no
You
problem.
understand? Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because this class is recorded. All right, so now for the increments, are we all together now? Ewo,
Yes,
are we
sir.
together? Now, to be able to talk about cell referencing, right, we'll need to actually do a bit of function. All right. Now, the function we're not going to use function, but we'll start with what it looks like. Before you do any formula in Excel, the first thing you put in is what? Who said that? Wonderful. Clap for him. I intentionally said clap for him because I know people will not clap. With the way people are looking, please clap for him. But Bele is plenty. Clap for him. But Bele full front. All right, so now you start with what? Equal to. Before doing any formula, you start with equal to. When you put an equal to, when you click on anything, it shows here. Are we together? Are we together? You can't see it well. Basically, without the equal to, right? If I click on anywhere, it means nothing. Okay? Now, but when I put equal to and I click on something, it's showing that I'm about to do something, either calculate something or do a thing with these cells. All right? So now we want to do a salary increment by 25%. All right? How do we do that? What's the formula for that? Salary times what? Wow. Salary times what? To increase the salary by 25%. Salary times
100.
0.25.
0.25. Online, it says 0.25. You said 0. All right, so 0.25, right? But 0.25 does what? It shows you what you're increasing by. All right? But once that increment added to the salary already, so that you see the new salary. Do you understand? Okay. Don't worry, let me not complicate this for you guys. All right, so we simply say what? Oh, yeah, that's equal to. Now you say this, excuse me, multiplied by what? 1.25. Are we together? All I did is equal to, this represents this cell, D3. So let me clean that out again. So equal to, take your cursor. Are we together? Click on this cell. It appears. Remember, oh, this girl is not here again. Remember I mentioned that now that you have created a table, there's a way it looks. Okay? Ordinarily, it would have just given us what? D3. But it's now recognizing that that is what? A column in salary. And referencing good. So now we now say what? We say multiply, that's what? Asterisk 1.25. Do we all have this? You'll see why. But I said 1.25. 0.25 shows you what you're increasing by. 1.25 adds what you're increasing with the already existing amount. Do you understand? So all I need to do, I don't want to click enter before we see, because magic will happen. So equal to, you click on the first, on D3, cell D3, multiply by 1.25. You click on this. Oh, mistake. I've already done it now. Do we have it? All you have to do is click on enter and it runs it for everything. Then as you can see, mine, the data type here is general. I want to change it to what? Back to dollars. I don't like the decimal places. So this is the new salary of the employees. So do we all have this now? Online, do we have this? No problem. Favor, if you're showing D3, no problem. Just carry on. It will still solve the same problem. Yeah. So D3 doesn't matter. Nandi, you can type out what you don't understand. What don't you understand, sir? All right. Do we get? Are we all there? No, since why? For favor, can you see my screen? I changed it to D3 as well. Enter. It's the same thing. Well, so 0.25 is the increment. Good. But I want the whole salary, the bonus plus the original salary to be added together as my full result. If I multiply by 0.25, right, I will get what I'm increasing by. But that's not what I want to see exactly. I don't want to see just the increment. I want to see everything together. Do you understand? So right now, I know, now from here, I can tell that we're paying this guy 450K. Now we're paying him 562, 500. Do you understand? If not, what I would have been seeing before, just by increasing by this. And that's going for that. Yes. Any question? Any problem? Nandi, I'm waiting for your question online to be typed. Or except
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm listening.
Is there any possibility for us to do it separate? Like, if the first one is to be increased by 25% and the other one is to be increased by 40%, is there a way we can do it?
I didn't hear that very well because you're not in table format. This is not a table.
Like when we made 25% increment.
Yes, 25%
you know, it
increment.
affects all the table we had. Like now we are having a particular one that it's to be increased by maybe 35%. Is there a way we can do that?
Sorry, that will be increased by what? The last thing you said, I didn't hear that part.
By 35%. Let's assume there is one among them that is to be increased by 35% and it's not 25.
Okay.
Did you get my question, sir?
Okay, so you want to increase a particular one minus the rest. That will be.
Yeah, assuming we have a
5%.
particular one by 35. Okay.
So in that case, oh no, I've changed something. So in the question you asked, right, that will be implementing something else that we would
Yes,
learn in
sir.
another class. Right. You implement a condition.
Okay.
You implement a condition to make sure that it's for the particular person there's a difference. So in that condition, you'll be able to do that. But when we next class we'll start here, we'll deal with functions. But what you said is very doable. It's very doable. All right. So I cannot use multiplication
Thank
on
you.
my keyboard. Okay, the person that cannot use multiplication on their keyboard.
Multiplication. How do I add the multiplication sign?
is asterisk, so it's simply which is usually shift number 8. So that depends on if it's different on your system. Yeah, it's just the asterisk. Okay, cool. All right. Any questions here? Are we good? Are we together? Ewo. Are we together? I had no before. Thank God I didn't hear it again. All right, so we've been able to do this. Are we together? Now, because of, are you guys with me? Please be with me. Now, because of the practice, I know mine was showing salary before, right? I took it out so that you see what it really is. Now, in terms of referencing, what are we saying? We notice that when it drags down, this is D3, right? If we click on enter, we come to the next one. This is D4. Do you understand? Are you with me? This is D4. That is, it is now is multiplying this 1.25 with each cell as it's going down. Wow. No, you're saying yes. The back, they're like, what's going on, sir? Let's go back again. Can you guys see what we're looking at? Now, take note. I came here and it was simply what D3 multiplied by 1.25. Okay? Okay. In the past, what we did with 1, 2, 3 was what? Fill series. Right? Or copy cells. Okay? Normally, let me click on enter here first. Normally, if we had this Excel now and we dragged it down, we are simply copying cells. Do you understand? Good. That helps you understand what we're trying to talk about. So ideally, this should just be copying cells. All right? But now it's doing what? Relative referencing. What do we do here? It's saying what? It's increasing based on the what? Rows. Remember, number represents what? Rows. Then letters represent column. So it remained in D. It remained in D, but continued to increase it. When we went to the next cell, we are now in D4. It multiplied by D4. The next one multiplied by what? D5. Do you understand? Do you get? Are you sure? When some people say they understand, the other say they don't understand. What should I do now? All right, so let's try another method that will make you understand what we're trying to talk about. Are we together? Are we together? Now,
Yes,
everyone, are you with me? Good. Now, you see this 1.25, we clear it out. Let me undo first. Okay, so by this side here, are we together? By this side, everyone, type in 1.25. No, let's don't type it by the exact side. I don't want undo. All right, good. Now, this. All right, so 1.25, right? I don't want us to type in 1.25 from here. I want us to reference this, okay? To use it downwards. Now, what you will notice, please, let's not more. Let's follow, please. Very important. All right, so here now I simply do what? I select this cell. So that's simply what? D3 times, anyway, D3 times, what can we see? D3 times F3, right? D3 times what? F3. Good. And we say enter, the same result. But why don't we have results downwards? Are you with me? Why don't we have result downwards? Because when you click here, can you see these two are selected? D3 and F3 is selected, right? Good. When we go down and we select the next one, D4 and what? F4 is selected. Do you get? So when you use your formulas, when you drag down, it automatically goes with each row if you are dragging downwards. If you are dragging towards your right or left, you are going what? Per column. But let's not go there and confuse ourselves yet. You are dragging down, you are doing what? Per row. And row is what? The number will be increasing. Are we together? Look at me. Are we together? Yes? You are lost. How lost is your lost? All right. I don't know how. Let's try and break this down. Oh, you can't see this thing well, Abby. I think that's a bigger issue. Okay, let's see if this will help. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Does this help in any way? Who said no with so much confidence? No, see what I mean. Can you see this? All right. So are we better now? Are we better now? Yeah, it better be yes. So. All right. So in the first one, you can see that D3 is highlighted and what? F3. Okay. Are we together? Take note, in Excel, when you drag down, you're copying cells. All right? If it's numerical values, you can give it condition to fill series. Do you understand? Now we're not doing that. We're not working with formulas. All right? If you want to do any calculation in Excel, once you put the equal to sign, you're talking about calculation. Are we together? Are we together? Good. Now, when you drag it downwards, it begins to do that same formula, referencing all the cells as it moves down. That's what it does. It increases as it goes down. Okay? So if you have, in here, you have your D3, F3, right? Once you drag it down, this place now is what? D4 and what? F4. Good. Do you understand? That's simply what it is. So because of that, being that, that's why we don't have results here, which is why we're learning referencing. Okay? Now, the referencing we're learning now, want to implement is we want this thing to drag down and make sure that this part changes. That is D3, D4, D5, D6. But we want F3 from beginning to end. Do you understand? No, you will see it. So if you tell me no based on that, you're not seeing it. Just on that, calm down, you see it. But what we want to do now is to make sure that F3 does not change. Okay? So it drags for everything, it multiplies the cells on this side with just F3. So all we need to do that is simply doing what? We make use of the dollar sign. Now, the dollar sign, whatever the dollar sign comes before, you are telling it to stick to that part. Yes. No, just select it. That's D3. Just click on it. What do you have? And clean it and type D3. You can type D3 yourselves. It's fine. All right. So, are we together? No, guys. Follow. I'll give you the chance to type. All right, just follow me. Now, up here, it's simply what if you do a $sign before 3, simply says stick to this row. Are we together? Stick to this row. $sign before F. F represents what? Column, right? It's saying what? Stick to this column. Are we together? And that's in a case where you are dragging from left to right. That is, you are changing columns. That's where that effect will be seen. So, but for now, let's just look at F, the 3. So we say $3. If you click on enter, formula everywhere. But what's happening? You click on the next row, you have what? D4 and what? F3. So it's still making use of this guy. Okay? We go down and we have D5 and what? F3. Do we understand? The first time one. Yes. No, so it's not just another method. First of no, it's not about easier. Okay, so are we together? Now, with the way this looks, this example, I know what's coming to mind is why won't I just type 1.25? Why go through all this stress? Because what you are learning is how to use this function. Now, in different scenarios, most times, what you are using to calculate can be changed at any time. Good. It can be in a different cell. So instead of you to always go and be changing 1.25, 1.25, all of that, all you will need to do, for example, now, if I click enter, see what you have, right? I don't need to touch here. If I come here and increase everybody by 3, 5, and enter, it works for everybody. So that you need some other conditions to implement that. Do you understand? Are we together? Anyway. Some people, no, not yes, yes. The faces I've seen are more lost than me. Which part are you lost? I didn't get you. Yes. Yours is showing you salary. Yeah, so that's what happened to me initially, because that's what the table. So I said you could actually just type, because you know what the cell is. You can type D3 yourself. You get, you don't always have to click, because sometimes even when you're typing, it might overlap that side and you may be unable to click on it, which is why the knowledge of what cell is, their numbers is very important. You get, so just do that way. Are we good? Are we good? Some of us are seeing this for the first time, right? That's why it may be a bit difficult to absorb initially. But the key thing is you are learning the skills that you will use and implement in different areas at work. All right? Different areas at work. Are we together? All right. Online, are we fine? Oh Young, I think, did I get that right? Hope I don't murder the name. Oh Young. You said yours cannot autofill the other cells or something. Sorry, those online, were you following everything that has been said so far?
To a point.
Okay, good. That's perfect. All right, so do we understand? No, this is the last part of today's class, so there's really no problem. I would like us to really, really understand it. I should start from salary increments. Yes, so you have a question or there's an issue? What's the issue? It's not dollaring. What's it doing? Okay, so for the sake of a lot of people, we'll start from the salary increment once more and see how far. Yeah. You said 31. He's not putting anything there now. No. Leave the 1.25 first. Let's take that out. Have your enter. Just find, I think here is better. 1.25. Do you get? Now you have that. Yeah, you have done that. Then you now come here, delete this guy. Then that's when you can now select this guy and click on enter. And you're fine. All right, so we'll walk through from salary increment again for the sake of those who couldn't get it. So let's go because this is the last part. So please take notes. After today's class, we have 2 more classes. Next class, we're going to be focusing on functions, the use of functions. Then the last class, we'll be looking at charts and VLOOKUP. Okay. So let's run through this again. Let me. All right, is it fine to start from here? Here is fine. All right, good. Now we're together. Let's go. Even if you understand, let's still flow together. Okay. Now, first of all, I'll just type under G. I'll have my 1.25 here. Okay, let it just be there. But the first thing we did is what we wanted to do formulas, and we said to start doing any calculation at all, you must have your equal to. You people are talking. Are we together? You must start with what? Equal to. Okay? Now, equal to, the formula I want to do is simply do what? Multiply D3 times 1.25. Okay? Okay. So I can actually put in myself D3 multiplied by 1.25. Okay? Once I click on enter, because I've already created a table, it's going to automatically fill the rest. Okay? If it was not a table, I'd have to what? Drag it down. But that's still me referencing. Okay? So I click on enter and automatically every guy. Do you understand? Anyway. Have you done this? See what you need to do. Do you have this? Are you with me? Do you have this? Do you have this increment? Yes. It will hold on to that particular place you added the dollar sign for. Without the dollar sign to just keep going each row. Come again. When you click to enter, it only is for D3. Nothing went down. Everywhere is empty. And just can you see this? See this area? Right? When you cross back, just double click. Try that, let me see. Yeah, double click. Double click. All right, so for the lady that was trying to follow, are you with me? Is she with me? Is she done? Is she okay? Hello? Yeah, so let's go now. So you're using the same cells. Do you have the same cells as me?
It's only one, and you have a table. Did you create this table? This table format? Let me see what you have. I'm very sure. Yeah. So this is not a table. It didn't add to this other one like the rest. So okay. So when you were typing it, yeah, now it's a table. You understand? I said when you type the name, right, click on enter, it will now merge it as this table. So it wasn't a table, that's why it wasn't doing the increments you have. So you can type in the full name and try again, the formula. All right, you still don't understand? Wave to the Lord, let me know what we're doing. What was the issue? Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so for the sake of let's run this together. Okay, so we have equal to D3, all right? Multiplied by what? 1.25. Please let's look up. Please don't say that you did not understand again. No. Take note, everything we are doing has to be, please look up. Everything we are doing has to be exactly the way it is on my screen. Because of the simple errors you guys have, that's why you're not getting the results. So for some, the salary increments didn't merge to their table, so it wasn't a table. So many functions were not happening. Do you understand? And for some, they're not seeing this D3. So we simply have this. When you click on enter, it auto fills. Okay? Okay. So it auto fills. And what is happening? It is that each row is changing. The first one is D3, next D4, D5, D6, and it goes on and on. That's automatic. And the privilege is simply because you have the equal to first, so it knows that it's doing a formula. Are we together? Good. Now, in several cases, they may not want, most times the company does not want to always have to tamper with the data directly. They try to reduce the number of times you have to do that. And also the size of the data set doesn't make it efficient to be tampering with it directly. Okay? So if you have a place where you reference that you can make your changes in that particular place, is your best option. Do we understand? Now, in that case, that's why we now said, rather than doing this implementation of 1.25 ourselves, right? Why not just reference a particular cell outside? So whatever changes they need to make, they just need to correct this place. They don't need to touch these data sets. Do you understand? That's what we're trying to do. Good. So when we say enter, we come here, we now wipe out the 1.25, and then we what? Select that cell, which is G3 in this case. Are we together? Now, based on the rule that we already saw, D3 will keep going down and increasing. D3, D4, D5, right? The same thing will go for G3. G3, G4, G5. So when we say enter here, we won't have values in the rest. Are we together? And that's a problem because why? There's nothing here. It's referencing G4, there's nothing here. This one gave an error because it's referencing G5 and G5 has what? G5 has what? Text. And it does not see how text and numerical values could correlate, right? Good. So all of that is what is present, but we don't want that. We want the D3 to keep moving to D4, D5, but we want G3 to remain in G3. Okay? G3 should remain in G3. And how do we do that in Excel? We introduce the dollar sign. Now, if you introduce the dollar sign in front of the row, that's the number. Dollar sign in front of the number simply means I want you to, you can change G, the cell. No, it's not the sign of the currency you're using. It's dollar sign that we always use. It's not about the currency you're using. No. See, the dollar sign is unrelated. It's a function. It's not based on currency or anything. All right. That was a good question, please. The dollar sign is not based on currency, so we're not saying go and use naira. No. The function is dollar sign. All right. So dollar sign before 3 is telling the system, make sure as we drag down, you don't leave row 3 of column G. Do you understand? That's the way to say it in Excel. As you drag down, as it goes down, you should make sure it does not leave row 3 of column G. All right? So when we say enter, we now see values. Because why? Everything made sure it moved. D5, D6, all of that continued. But G3 remained constant. Are we together? Are we good? This thing also is the same way when you move, you can drag to the right. Okay? But now in the right, what changes? If you drag left to right, what changes? Are we together? We're not, oh. I'm not with you people at all. All right, so let's say, hello. Good. Let's just do a few amounts. I don't know who earns this kind of salary, but it's fine. Huh? Ah. All right, so we've seen top to bottom, right? Are we together? Top to bottom. So let's introduce left to right. So if we say this cell is what? This is D14, right? D14 times 1.25. Okay? Enter. This time, this is not a table, so it's not going to do it automatically. But what you will do in typical case is what? You come here, please. It is not you copy here like this. You are copying. Sorry, you are highlighting like this. Those online, can you please hear me too? I just need at least one person to acknowledge. Can you hear
Yes, sir,
me?
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, good. Now, in this case, we don't have a table, so this is what you ordinarily do if you do not have it in a table, right? You take your cursor to this thick part until it turns black cross, right? You click and you do what? You drag. Okay? Then it does the same formula. But now, why are we doing this way? I want to show you that here you have what? D14, right? Anyway, you have D14, right? I think this is where you can see it. Good. Here you have what? E14. So in this case, what is changing? What is changing? What is changing? The columns. We maintained a row, which is row what? 14. Are we together? Good. Now, let's implement the same thing we did before. Now, we don't want to select from here. We now bring here and we say 1.25. Okay? Now, if we reference it, enter, it gives us the same result, right? Oh, sorry. All right. So it gives us the same result, right? Please listen, please follow me. Are we together? Now we've referenced this guy. Now if we drag the same way, we won't have results. Why? Because the same thing is happening, but this time it's not based on row. It's increasing by what? Column. All right. So we have what? Here we have D16. Here we have E16. And here we have what? F what? 16. But where is our value? In what? D16. Now we want to make sure that as we drag to the side, it does not leave D16. What do we do based on what I've told you? Where do you add the dollar sign? Where do you add the dollar sign? In between Guinea. Before what? That's in between D and 16. No, we did that for what? Row. We did that for row. So now it's what? Before D. Before D says what? stick to this column. Do you understand? The point is you taking note of what is changing and just implementing it there. But I'll show you another thing. Now, we click on enter and then we drag that. Sorry. We drag that and we have our formula. Y is talk to what? D what? Are we together? So basically all these things is miracle today. It will be miracle tomorrow because you what get used to it. So it is all about you guys practicing and practicing. Are we together? You may not be able to absorb it and be a guru in today's class, but you've seen it, just pieces it as it is. Okay? Now, this is also allowed. Another way for you not to overthink, and I'm sure all of you will choose this method. Another way not, please listen. Another way for you not to overthink is you simply doing this. You can actually just do D, $D, $16. Okay? Okay. What does it say? This one says stick to sell D16. Are we together? Are we together? Stick to what? Sell what? So this one just takes your mind off whether it's a row, whether it's a column, whether it's anything. You're trying to say, just stick to this cell. Are we together? So that's what the dollar sign will do for you. Okay? Do we have any question? Because I should be closing. I just should have closed. Any question? No. Online, any question? Hello? I can't hear you. I think the line was breaking. Yeah, online. Favor, you said no. What's the no? Yeah, I can hear you a bit, but line is cracking though. Hello? No, your line is really cracking. Can you type? Because I really cannot hear anything properly. Like I can't even hear a word. Hello? 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 Can any other person hear me though? So I'm very sure it's not me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's perfect. I just wanted to be sure about that.
Yes.
All right. So basically, next class we're going to be touching functions, various functions in Excel, and then the upper class will look at VLOOKUP and charts. So you will be learning functions that will help you in editing, in getting certain things out of the data set that helps with your analysis. That's what we'll be treating next class. So let's come prepared. I'm sorry that we started this class late. I believe I've been able to still give you your 2 hours worth, and I hope it was good. All right. So that will be all. I think you can fill in your attendance. I think you send in your name and number, something like that, for your attendance. And see you all same time next week Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you.